You're
of
here in the
Patras.
Jewish Quarter, just a few minutes from the Holy Temple Mount. During the Second Temple, the rich priests of Jerusalem resided here. This area was described as the Upper City. In the year 70 AD, 3,830 years after creation, the land of Israel is occupied by the Romans. The Jews have been fighting the Romans for 4 years now. The war is getting closer. Roman troops are camped around Jerusalem. The city is divided between Sadducees and Pharisees, rich and poor, zealots and moderates. A civil war breaks out in Jerusalem, and as the sages said, Jerusalem was destroyed because of futile hatred. In the month of Nisan, the gates are closed. On the 9th of Aviv, the Romans break into Temple Mount, burn the temple, and take over the lower city, where the masses reside. A month later, on the 8th of Elul, the Roman legions storm into the wealthy part of Jerusalem, the upper city, burning it to the ground and killing its residents. About 1,900 years later, in 1967, during the Six-Day War, the IDF forces liberate the old city and Temple Mount. The Israeli government establishes the Company for the Reconstruction and Development of the Jewish Quarter to rebuild and repopulate the destroyed quarter. Soon they find here, right where you are, some walls. The excavation delegation of the quarter, headed by Professor Nachman Avigad from the Hebrew University, was rushed to examine the ruins. The researchers found they were at the basement of a house whose upper floor had collapsed. Among the rubble they found burnt stones, charred beams, and broken, charred wooden and stone artifacts. They were clearly the remnants of a residential house burnt in a huge fire. The excavator's imagination was fired up. Is this the Roman legion's fire that had burned Jerusalem 1,900 years ago? The evidence found among the ashes and the charred beams included, among other things, an iron spearhead next to the severed arm of a young girl, which added drama to the findings. Here in the basement, we found on site many stone artifacts, tables, cups, stone and basalt grinding tools, and stone weights. According to the Halakha, stone artifacts cannot be defiled, and this is why they were used in the houses of the temple priests. One of the weights bore the inscription Barei Katros. Another stone weight I found here during the excavation completed the partial inscription with the words Natbarei Katros. Natbari and Katros are synonyms in Persian and ancient Greek, translated as the holder of cane or the holder of the quill. The Katros family was one of the priestly families who served in the temple, responsible for weights and measurements. They are mentioned in the Babylonian Talmud, the tractate Psachim, and not in a positive light. Woe to thee, due to the house of Katros. Woe to thee, due to their quill, was said with a sigh. The archaeological findings were supported by biblical and historical testimonies. You could almost imagine the life of the family during the last 5 months of the siege of Jerusalem, right in this house. We invite you to meet the sons and daughters of the Katros family. The story is told by the oldest son, Tzadok.
Who's that? Who's there? Who are you? Are you looking for your house as well? I guess other people have run away too. Where have you been hiding? I was hiding in the tombs outside the city for the past week. And tonight I sneaked out for the first time. I had to see the house again. See what was left. This is what's left. Nothing but ruins. The entire upper floor is collapsed. Here, in the basement, was a workshop that belonged to my father, Pinchas Bar Katros. He was a priest in the Holy Temple. Who'd have thought that it would end like this? Not me. Not my mom. Not my dad. Least of all my dad. Only Miriam. Only Miriam knew. It's only been 5 months since it started, since Passover. But it feels like forever.
We are eating this matzah because each of us must see ourselves as if he himself has left Egypt.
Yeah, but would it not be better if we had a great piece of roast meat from the temple with our matzah? Am I right, Helena?
He's got nothing in his mind but food, your friend.
Tonio,
Yes.
it was written, they shall eat it with matzah and bitter herbs. Yea, listen up.
Yes.
This is the bread of affliction that our fathers ate in the land of Egypt.
You call this affliction?
What is it now, Tzadok?
Do you want to see affliction? Go to the lower city and see real affliction.
So that's enough. No more of that.
Oh, what would you know about it? And anyway, what does a priest's son have to do with the low part of the city, huh, Tzadok?
Tonio, stop it. Leave the boy alone.
What about the meat, Miriam? Is it true what they say, that the zealots are gathering weapons?
It is, ma'am.
May God protect us. I will ask Pinchas to pray for you in the temple, my dear.
For us? What about you?
Miriam, we are a priestly family.
The Romans won't distinguish between priests and the common people, ma'am. But, ma'am, they are yelling beyond the walls, cursing and threatening to burn our holy temple.
Seriously, burn the temple.
Ma'am, how does this not worry you?
There they go again.
Damn scoundrels.
Pinchas, don't go out.
These are the zealots.
Curse them, Pinchas. Don't let this group of madmen ruin your festive meal.
One day they are going to lead us all to hell with their irresponsible acts.
Pinchas, sit.
Tzadok, you too. Pinchas, sit down. Miriam. Please eat.
So we said that the Exodus is the symbol of our liberty, of real freedom.
Liberty? Real freedom? Pinchas. Why, if I didn't know you, I'd think you were a zealot.
A zealot? Me? Damn those zealots.
But they also want freedom and liberty.
That's true.
Listen to me, children. The heavens have decided we should be here under the Romans' rule. During days like these, there is nothing better for Judea than Rome. If it wasn't for them, we would all kill each other. We would swallow each other alive.
Truer words were never spoken, huh, Tzadok? Did you hear your father's wise words? L'chaim, to our next high priest.
L'chaim.
The Seder was over. Honio ate and left. My father sacrificed the Passover offerings at the temple like every year. But in the city, there was talk about one thing. Rebellion. We would meet in the lower city to discuss the great battle for Jerusalem's freedom. Yohanan and Shimon were our commanders, and I was supposed to join Shimon. But I couldn't enlist. Not if my dad found out. Then rumors came from all over that the city of Yotvat had fallen. They said Yosef ben Matityahu, a leader of the rebellion, was captured by the Romans. Shimon said he was a traitor, that he had joined the enemy only to save himself. Things did not look good, but even so, it had been almost 4 years that this tiny state of Judea had led a rebellion against the Roman Empire. That's 4 years.
Wow! Where did you get that from? Is it real?
I swear on the holy temple, it's
It's
real.
forbidden to swear on the temple. Where did you get this?
He got it from his brother Tzadok. My sister Shifra told me she saw Tzadok meet with a zealot. Tzadok? A zealot?
That's what she said. No. Have you seen the troops beyond the walls? You, my dear zealots, you will bring destruction on us all.
What do you mean destruction? God will help us like he did the Maccabees.
The people are against you. God won't help you without them.
They will support us when the siege comes.
The people will not fight. The city will withstand the siege. The food will last for a long time.
That can be changed.
Tzadok, don't you dare touch the food stores.
That very night, I enlisted and became a soldier in Yohanan's battalion. I studied the alleyways, the holes, the trenches. The darkness and the sword became my best of friends. The people needed to be roused for war. This was not the time for mercy, executing anyone who cooperated with the enemy. At night, we burned the city's food storages. We even burned the royal archive, all the promissory notes of all the rich people. This was a new Jerusalem. No rich or poor, no lending or borrowing. A city at war.
Wonderful.
You have never seen a beautiful building
Until you see the Holy Temple. Pinchas, did you hear about Hanyo?
Got up and left just like that. And to Alexandria. What can a Jewish priest do in Alexandria?
Pinchas, perhaps we should leave as well.
Huh?
Just until it's all over.
What are you saying? We should leave our home?
You know what's happening in the lower city. Very soon, this war will be at our door. They say there is no safe place in the city, not even the temple.
Helena, who would ever dare harm our holy temple? Our temple is a wonder of the world.
I am worried about the children.
Helena, you have nothing to worry about. The temple will not be destroyed. Nothing bad will happen. Not to the children, not to you, and not to us. What is going on?
Pinchas, I think that they are closing the main gates.
Those fools!
Our commanders ordered the gates be closed. Jerusalem was now under siege. And over the wall, as far as the eye could see, were the Roman legions. lower city was starving, while the upper city felt nothing.
What's in here?
Lulu, what are you doing? Don't touch that.
So Shifra was telling the truth. Oh, sell it. I've got weapons. Here.
What is going on? What is all this? This was my worst fear. So Zadok, Judah Maccabee,
No, Father. Just a soldier.
Are you with Shimon, Yochanan? Where's your army?
he won't be in any army. Here, go to bed.
Father!
Go to bed, I said.
It's okay.
Zadok. They murdered Hananel ben Aviyah.
He betrayed us.
Betrayed. Who gave you the right to kill? You and your band of zealots? Who are you? The Sanhedrin? The sages?
And who should we ask? That priest Jonyo?
You could have asked me. Zadok, you are a priest. You cannot kill people. You are a priest, you hear me? Zadok. What are you doing? Zadok, come back here right now. Zadok!
Dad didn't understand. The food reserves were gone. Old people and children starved to death. After 3 months under siege, on the 17th of Tammuz, the Romans tried to breach through into the city. That night, they were inside the city walls. Miriam,
Zadok,
What are you doing here? You have murdered people. You are impure. This is a pure house. Get out now.
no, don't leave.
there's a war out there. People are dying. Everything is on fire. I only wanted to see how you were.
Well, fine. Get out of here.
The temple is almost lost. How can you not see it? We will not survive if you keep fighting one another, hating one another. We must stay together. We have no choice. If we're not united, we won't win this war. You are a family. You can still change something. You can at least talk to each other.
I will never talk to a madman.
I should talk to him. He thinks that I'm
Don't
impure.
you go. Pinchas, bless him.
How can I bless him? He is impure. I'll need to purify myself.
Pinchas, bless him. He is our son. He is going to war.
May God bless you and guard you. May God shine his countenance upon you and be gracious unto you. May God turn his countenance to you and grant you peace. What have you done to us?
For 3 weeks we fought them. The lower city of Jerusalem became a battlefield. My battalion was stationed in the temple's court. Now and then some priest would come in, but my father, he never came. Once I saw him, I ran, I called after him. Then he turned around and went back home. Wall after wall, the Romans broke through and reached the temple gates. The month of Tammuz was over. It was already the month of Av. A Roman warrior threw a burning torch into the temple. The fire spread quickly. We were shocked. The priests were shocked, everyone. The Roman soldiers saw the burning fire and stormed the temple in such a rage that they could not be stopped. The holy sanctuary burned for 2 whole days. Thousands were slaughtered. Blood flooded the streets. Once the temple was destroyed, it was pointless. For 3 weeks we defended the upper city, and we had more dead than alive. Some of us want to continue the fight with the Azar ben Yair at the fort of Metzadah. Others are talking about Yohanan ben Zakkai, who went out to Yavne to rebuild the Sanhedrin. But Sanhedrin without a temple? Freedom or death? Freedom or death? What is life without freedom? What's the point of freedom when everyone's dead? Aunt Miriam, I can still hear her tonight. At least you could talk to each other, she told us. Was there another way? Did we bring our own demise upon us by our hatred for one another? I don't know, but something inside tells me that one day we will be back. And children will play right here in the very streets where we fought for the freedom of Jerusalem.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, there shall yet old men and old women sit in the broad places of Jerusalem, every man with his staff in his hand for very age. And the broad places of the city shall be full of boys and girls, playing in the broad places thereof. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, I will save my people from the east country and from the west country, and I will bring them, and they shall dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and they shall be my people, and I will be their God, in truth and in righteousness.
What?